Yo YouTube, what is going on? Back with another Tower of God video. Today we're going to be going through the Hell Train Part 2. I just wanted to show you something I found very interesting with the Hell Train event. It was actually got me thinking with what the top teams are using and what the ignition weapons they're using. Thought it'd be a good idea just to get in and sort of show you a part 2 more in depth. And there's some characters that they use that are really cheese characters. I want to call them cheese characters, and they use them across the board. There was one very unique character that I saw. It actually has a nice special move, a special passive. We'll go through, all those teams that are not SSR Plus, because I know there's a lot of sort of people that don't have all the SSR Plus maxes. I'm, for one, is one of them. So more for the Dolphins, the Light Spenders, the free-to-play, even the whales that are not quite maxed yet. So if we just go to the top of the leaderboard, we'll go have a look at Uric. Is currently in rank 1, and I'll just show you the team he is using to defend. So obviously when he's attacking, he's using his characters against elemental advantages and disadvantages. He's using his cheese characters to get rid of the backline, all those kind of things. So when I say cheese characters, I'm referring to characters like Vincent, where he has a move like his Blade of Soul Eating. So Vincent casts a spell to pull the enemy with the highest attack in front of himself. So that paired with his ignition weapon, which would be like the Rihanna set, it will give him a one-shot ability, which when it's activated, the wielder enters the battle and remaining until the first attack lands. Ignition grants the wielder immunity to status effect, and the wielder's next attack is guaranteed to land with 300% increase to their attack. So that is what they're looking for. It's pretty much a one-shot. We'll show it if people not sure about, haven't seen it, but that's what we call the cheese. So first team he's going with the Vincent. So what people would want to do is sort of have one cheese on the defense, because it's harder, but you would want like one cheese unit per team. So we'll go through his units. We'll see which ones he's put as a cheese. So Vincent on team 1. On his team 2, we got Team Yuri. So if we look at her passive, she does the same sort of deal as Vincent, but just faster. So Vincent is on his active, where she is on her passive. So it would start as soon as the game begins. She will leap to an enemy with the highest attack at the start of the battle. So that's for his team 2. And for his team 3, this is what I was saying, sort of a unique character, and I thought it was not all typically make a video on just on this one person. So if you notice, there's a R level unit. So if I just scroll down to my unless he's an SR, sorry, so got Tin. So if I just bring him up, Tin is one of those cheese characters. So if you look at his passive, Tin deals 600% of his attack as damage to a random enemy at the start of the battle, knocking them forward. That is a one-shot potential from the get-go. Random enemy, it could be your Escanor, could be your Neon, it could be your Balm, it could be your Zahad. You can get unlucky and could get like a Zahad, where he's got his invulnerability and he won't be able to kill him. But if we have a look at maxed Tintin, I say Tintin, but it was at odds. If we have a look at him, he'll be running the Rihanna. So if you notice, all these cheese characters, all these one shot where on their passive, on the active, they go or dash to an enemy. There you must have these Rihanna sets, and there's a lot of characters. It can mean the difference from even if you're about like 50 links below someone. If you have these cheese characters, if you put 2 of them in a team, you get rid of their, the Eon or their Viol or their Uric. If you can, you completely beat them. Doesn't matter about links. unless it's like very high, you know what I mean? But if you can able to get even, I would say even just one maxed attack weapon, so like the staff, for example, you get the 85% attack. That is probably more than enough to one shot. If you anyone that is your level, you'll be able to one shot with just that one level weapon. If you could get the ring physical pit, that's it. It should be game over. It doesn't matter what they are, especially if you have an elemental advantage. So if you have Yurik, another cheese character would be Miss Sang, which is green, and she naturally beats like Yurik or Blue, for example. So if we have a look at her, she dashes towards the enemy at the start of the battle to deal 20% of her damage. Okay, her paired with it, with that ignition weapon, you would put her here, for example, instantly kills the Yurik. Gone. No Yurik to deal with. She'll probably die, but you don't need to deal with Yurik. It's a sacrifice. So if this team looks, like scary, or how am I going to get past the Yurik? Boom, put the missing in. Yurik is dealt with. So this is very interesting because a lot of these characters, so for Tin, his SR, anyone could get him. You don't even necessarily need him to get him to SSR. It will be nice with the extra stats, but you don't really need to, as long as he gets his damage off, which is on his passive, so it should happen straight away. You run the Rihanna set, he will kill one of these players, one of these characters, and then that's 4v5 pretty much. So we've got, here's will be the third one. We got here, we got Kun Kiisa. She does a sort of similar thing, but she's an assassin, so she actually teleports with to the enemy with the lowest HP and strikes them with her dagger to do 800% of her attack. You'll see she'll be running the same deal. She will attack a backline unit, so we'll go through them and then I'll sort of show you how to defend against them if you were to attack someone with these characters. So if we go to team 4, we can see here he actually doesn't have any cheese characters. We have his whole Queen's Viol, his all these characters, they do a lot of damage, but I'm guessing this would be because there's only so many cheese characters. You could maybe you could get away with a missing here, but it sort of won't mix. We'll have a look at his team 5, and we do have a Michael. So there's actually only one team that doesn't have a cheese character. You could argue you could put like missing here, and you could have it on the fourth team as a threat, but she is quite easy to counter, which I'll show you after we showcase this fifth team. So here we have Michael. And Michael is what I've noticed, all the top teams have Michael. So Michael and Tin is on all the top 10, well, not all of them, but majority of them. So you would always see a Vincent, you always see Tin Yuri, you would always see the Kun Kiisa, and Tin and Michael. You there's pretty much on all of them. So that's what I've noticed. So when I've gone through the top 10 list, I've always seen it. But Michael is very interesting. A lot of people put him on their red team, and he's actually quite nice. So you would obviously run the one-shot gear, the Rihanna set, his physical damage, and if we have a look at his passive, at the start of the battle, Michael dashes to the enemy in the position mirroring his, dealing 100% of his attack as damage. So big damage. He does 200% extra than the other cheese characters, so you guarantee kill, plus the 300% attack on the carrier set. And he's so good that he actually mirrors the person you put him against. So if I was to put put him here, where is he? Put him right here, he'll go for the Michael. Michael will go for Michael. If we put him here, he'll kill the Ion. If we put him here, he'll kill the Yurik. If we put him here, we'll kill the Bar. No matter where you put him, that's the beauty of Michael. Wherever you put him, he will kill. And there's actually one more mention that we forgot. One more character we forgot to mention. I just want to have a look if he has him in, and he doesn't, there's one more cheese character where he could put in this fourth unit, which he doesn't have, is where is my Baldur. So he actually is a really good one. If you have a look here, it's on active, so it's not instant, but it's a nice skill. So he summons his rule to strike the furthest enemy, dealing 400% of his attack as damage. So that paired with the ignition weapon instantly kill anyone opposite to the furthest enemy. So if he's in the back line, he will go for Team Yuri here. So he won't have an elemental advantage, so you got to be careful. So going from back to Team 1, we're going to go through their counters and sort of how to deal with these cheese characters, because they can be daunting. If I was to put my Vincent against his Vincent, he probably has maxed out gear, which he does, and my Vincent doesn't have maxed out gear. So he could easily kill my Viol. My Vincent will probably go for his Ren, which I probably might be able to kill him, but overall, when they both join the fray, his Vincent is obviously going to be stronger. So what I want to do, I want to save my Viol, since he has the highest attack, and I want to kill the Vincent before he can kill my Viol. So what I would do in this situation, I would pick someone like Baldur, and am I saying his name right? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'll pick someone like him, Blarode. Oops. So I'll pick someone like him where he is opposite. So now we got an active skill against an active skill. So we know that he won't be able to summon my Viol to him and one-shot him. So he would send his reel quicker than Vincent, and I've seen this animation play out because I've tested it. So he would attack Vincent first. So if I was to go directly diagonal from him, he will go for him. We'll have the 50% elemental advantage. He will one-shot their Vincent. My Viol will be safe. It will be a 4v5. That's how would we run this. Okay, so that would be a good counter to Vincent. Moving on, let me just put my team back, and moving on to Team 2, we have a Team Yuri. So Team Yuri is a little bit annoying to deal with because it's on her passive. So for her, I would run she teleports, so you really can't, you sort of have to take it because she leaps. So when she leaps, she becomes untargetable when in the leap, and she'll go to the person with the highest attack. So she's a little bit difficult to go for, but you can definitely run a Vincent against her, where when she leaps, he will teleport her away from the person that leaps to him. So she'll pull her away from him, depending on who the highest attack is, and he could one-shot her with the elemental advantage. You can run a Michael, you could give it a go, but I don't think Michael would work in this situation. Moving on to the next character. In this situation, you have the two. So this situation, a little bit more difficult. She will jump on. Okay, so what I'll do here to counter Kun Kaisa, I would put a Zahad across from her, and I would sort of put maybe another unit like Data Machini in this section, and I would put Yeon on the side. This you're not going to be able to really stop unless you would put Miss Sang here. She would dash to him, kill him before he could use it, but again, he's on a passive, so it really depends on animation and who can get who first. But if just say Tin wasn't in, I would run Zahad and something like that in the back lines, so she would jump to someone with immunity to fatal attack. I would definitely run something like that. For number 4, you're sort of in the clear here, and for number 5, Michael, I could run something again, maybe you might have to go for a trade here with Michael because he dashes. There's only so many characters because you would have to counter cheese with cheese, but if wherever Michael is, you would put your invulnerable character. So for example, you could put just for example, you can put her, you could put your tank, you could put like an Escanor in this section, or you know, your Zahad in this section, and that would sort of help counter the Michael, because he'll dash to that point, won't be able to kill, and sort of just die in the back line with your whole team there. So that's pretty much all the teams I wanted to go through. Those are the counters that I have seen work against these Chiefs characters personally, and that's what I've seen with most of the people running in this section. Some of them don't, but some also do. So if we just have a quick look here, we can see Michael again. This is from rank 3, and we can see Tin. We can see, if you notice, all these teams are very, very similar. So this is the Shadow team, or the Dark team I've seen up in these top tiers from the Koreans. We can see Vincent is another cheese. Here we have just a nice strong team. You can't really do much, and we've got Tin Yuri on the end here. Okay, so that's gonna be it for part 2 of the Hell Train event. I just noticed these top teams, and I just wanted to speak about it, so to give you an idea on what they're running. I would also like, and on a side note, these people are heavy duty whales. They're over 1 trillion power. So just so you can see what the Koreans at the high levels are using. We are currently rank 150. Hopefully we can stay there. We've got a day and a half left. Hopefully we can stay there and we can get that nice badge, show it off. But that's all for today's video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. It really helps me and helps continue to make Tower of God content, since there isn't much Tower of God content. And hopefully I can show you, as someone that does spend on the game. I do enjoy the game, so someone that spends, I can sort of show you these higher level events and things, and we can get them across to you. All right, guys, peace. Take it easy, and peace out.